Hello and welcome. This is Mama Jess. I'm in my greenhouse and I am collecting seeds today, and I want to show you how I gather them and hang them and label them and why this is important. So I want to show you first, I have got an old rutabaga that's been hanging here and drying in the greenhouse in the hot temperatures. I just gathered a cauliflower. This is bok choy. It's really neat when you see the seed pod's starting to get plump and fat and it's ready to be dried out because you know there's a good seed in there. I've got kale, I've got beets, and I've got some green onion. This green onion looks like a little bouquet. So the amazing thing about seeds, plants go through this moment at the end of their life when they kind of like, I have got to multiply. I have got to exponentially explode and cast my seed all as far wide as I possibly can, all over the place. It is its natural God-given instinct to procreate, to generate, to make more life. I don't even know how much one plant from one seed can generate. I mean, like thousands, some are thousands of seeds. So it's magnificent, and it's really important you learn it as an American, because Americans are wasteful and we can be, gluttonous. We don't understand the value of food, and it's bothersome to me that I see young people throw food away left and right. They have no idea the value of it. They have no idea how hard it is to grow. They don't know where it comes from. They don't know that it's not necessarily always going to be available. There are places with famine. So I want to teach you about this. So I just went around. I have already had the rutabaga and the kale because I pulled them earlier. These are more winter cool weather crops. So I just pulled the bok choy. When cool weather crops, when it gets really hot, they're like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't like this. I got to go to seed and get out. I'm done. So every plant has its preference of temperature and really what it can tolerate. So these are all cool weather, and they're ready to be done. They're dying and they're ready to cast their seed. So I just want to show you how I hang these as well. This is a super handy way to do it. So the nature of a plant that's balled up, like this bok choy right here, okay, as it dehydrates in the sun, it is going to lose its volume. The moisture is going to evaporate and it's going to get much more thin and brittle. So I have put it in a type of knot that as it drops, the knot will continue to stay tight and it won't fall out, generally speaking, if there's enough weight. Sometimes if it's too lightweight, it can slip through, but we're trying to remedy that. So this is going to be, I use baling twine, pretty good long length of it, and I'm going to do a square knot, okay? Okay. I'm going to show you why it's called a square knot. Do you see that? It's a square. Do you see its symmetry? It's a perfect symmetrical, as opposed to a granny knot. I don't know why grannies get the flack on that, but because the granny knot is not a good knot. And that's not fair because grandmas, I think, can be really smart at making knots. I know I'm going to be a smart grandma with knots. So this is a square knot, okay? So you tight that, and then you're going to be doing a lark's head, okay? So watch me closely with this. These are beets. They're going to seed, okay? I'm going to drape this down like this. You can see, like there. See, like there, doodle-doo, all the way down. I've got it on one side. Okay, pretty simple like that. Now I'm going to take the other end and I'm going to put it through here. Okay, you see that? Pull it up, up, like that. And this is called a lark's head. I think there are other names for it, but this is the one that I call lark's head, okay? Super easy to get out. You don't have to do a big tangled up knot and half hitches and all that chaos. Just do a really simple big looped, right? Make a big loop out of your twine. And then I'm going to show you one more time. You put up a little side like this, and you feed the other side through. Okie dokie. Baling twine is not the best necessarily. It doesn't want to hold very well its form, but it's cheap and I like how it works here. So then, depending on, like if I had it hang from a long rafter, I could hang it this full length, but this is pretty long. So I am just going to do a standard knot just like that, okay? To shorten it, I just shortened it just by doing that, okay? And now I'm gonna hang it up right up here over by my kale. And then I'm going to label it. I just get these little things. I'm sure you could find other label tags. And I always have my Sharpie on my body. So this is beets. Label it, tie it up here, wherever, just so I know, because it's easy to forget what this stuff is. Because sometimes it starts looking the same. And I would like to show you what the seeds look like. Like this is when they're starting to get very dry. When they start drying out, you're going to see the seed forming. And I'm hoping you can see there's little black seeds in there. That's the seed for the onion. It's very, very cool. Now the other thing with something like this, where the seeds, as this dries, the seeds are just going to fall out onto the ground. So I'm going to get a paper bag, preferably. I don't want plastic so much because the moisture can build up and cause this to rot. So paper bags have a nice ventilation to them and they can wick moisture away. But I will hang this and I will also try to wrap it with a bag. So as this dries, the seeds are going to fall into the bag and I can label the bag, and that's pretty simple. Okay, simple, easy. Anything else? Anything? That's everything. And I'm sure I'm going to forget. I'll just make another video. Have a great day, and I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.